the teachers. We, through our training, demystify these wonderful words that are mentioned in the NEP and ensure that training is executed in the classroom. As they say, the proof of pudding is in the eating. We have thousands of notes by teachers who are validating our training and saying that it is very effective. The best way for you to experience that is to hear it from our team members ourselves. And I would like I'm Meena Srinivasan. I'm the founding trustee of Educo. Educo is a public charitable trust established in 2009 with a vision to found a lifetime of prosperity. I believe quality education can only be achieved with quality teachers, and I'd like to quote the NEP on this. The teacher must be the center of fundamental reforms in the education system. With this philosophy, we have a stellar training program. This training program has been tried, tested, piloted in a low resource setting. Further, to quote the NEP 2020, it says that the teaching learning should have an emphasis on conceptual understanding rather than rote learning and learning for exam. Creativity and critical thinking to encourage logical decision making and innovation. This is an important aspect of teaching learning process because I believe that rote is the poison of the Indian education system. It's very important to make the teachers understand that the teaching learning pedagogy has to shift if we want to achieve quality teaching learning in our classrooms. As we train thousands of teachers across both the government and private system, we've realized that teachers feel how do I implement these kind of pedagogies in the classroom? And it's very important to make sure that training is effective, is relevant, is customized. There's no one size fits all. This is what I believe is sort of the USP of our training. It also aligns with the NEP, and I would like to quote the NEP again. There should be focus on regular formative assessment for learning rather than summative assessment that encourages today's coaching culture. It's important that you have a continuous review of progress based on sustained research and regular assessment by educational experts. These are great words, again, by the NEP 2020, but implementing them in the classroom seem to be very confusing for the teachers. We, through our training, demystify these wonderful words that are mentioned in the NEP and ensure that training is executed in the classroom. As they say, the proof of pudding is in the eating. We have thousands of notes by teachers who are validating our training and saying that it is very effective.
Good evening, everyone. Please type your name and school name in the chat box. Good evening, Sudha madam. We will start the webinar in 2 minutes. Can anyone type in the chat box? Is this the 8th or the 9th webinar from the webinar series? How many webinars of Educo you have attended so far? Good evening. Okay. So, can we have the first slide? 9. Thank you, Kavya. Shabir, webinar statistics slides, please. We are done with 8 webinars. Today we are starting with ChatGPT, that is the 9th webinar from our webinar series. Next slide. Next slide. Meenal Srinivasan, she is our founder trustee with her vision. As you have already seen it in the video, we are taking this webinar series for all the teachers. Next. So, Sadhana madam will lead today's session. As you have attended 2 webinars by Sadhana madam already, you already know that she was the ex-principal of Parliament Vidyalaya. Over the 30 years of experience, she will lead today's ChatGPT session. Followed by that, we have Vikas Saini. Next slide. He will actually demonstrate how the ChatGPT works. He has already worked as a senior curriculum architect in LED Group, and also he is working in as a trainer in Khan Academy. So after Sadhana ma'am, Vikas will take it over. And next we have Pragati madam. You have already seen her in the earlier webinar series. From our Edrahi app, she will demonstrate maths and science lesson plan today, how we have made it with the help of ChatGPT, and it will be available in the chat box for all the participants for grade 8 maths and science. Now I hand it over to Sadhana madam. Thank you all the participants for joining. We have sent the Zoom link in the chat box. Please forward it to your friends. We have already sent it in the WhatsApp group and also via email as a calendar invite. Those who are still not finding the Zoom link, please send it to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja, for the introduction. Okay, so welcome everyone. Me and my team are honored to be with this incredible community of educators, change makers who shape the hearts and minds of tomorrow's citizens. Today, we are diving into a topic that might feel futuristic, maybe even a little intimidating, but also full of possibility. And this isn't just about tools and trends. It's about rethinking how we personalize learning, lighten our administrative load, and how we prepare our students for the world that they are already stepping into. AI, when guided by human values and pedagogical vision, doesn't replace our role, it amplifies it. We become even more vital as mentors, meaning makers, and ethical directors in the learning journey. So let's approach this session not with the fear, but with curiosity. How can I use this to deepen my impact? Together, let's explore what it looks like to teach, lead, and inspire in the age of AI, that is artificial intelligence. But before we go to artificial intelligence, let's just have a small, I'd like to take you back in time a bit. So can we have the next slide, please? Okay, all of you have seen this diagram, this image. Can you type in the chat box what this diagram depicts? What does it depict? Can you tell me? Type it in the chat box. Let us see your answers. I'm sure at some point of time, you must have seen this image. Yes, very good, very good. It's yes, it depicts evolution of man, and it also talks about the theory of evolution. So in this particular diagram, if you see the last being, this is our species today, and we are known as Homo sapiens. And the species before that, who we directly evolved from, is Homo erectus. So going from Homo erectus to Homo sapiens, a lot of changes have taken place. And the main change is in the brain of this species, brain of human beings. Okay. Both of them are walking upright. They're walking on two. But the Homo sapiens, this is the most intelligent of the whole series of these primates. Next slide. Now take a look at this diagram. Now, can you tell me how this diagram is different from the previous one? This image, how is it different from the previous one? We saw that in the previous image, the, the most evolved of the humans, of the primates, is the species of Homo sapiens, which we are called human beings. And this means thinking man. Okay. And Homo erectus, which was before us, that is called upright man. This is when man started walking on two legs. And now this is thinking man because the brain started increasing in size. So can you tell me now, this part of the diagram is almost the same, but can you explain what the remaining part, this right side, what does it mean? What does it indicate? Can you tell me? Someone has written civilization, someone has written Manav Vikas. ओके बट विकास किस तरह से हुआ है ये? हम तो यहाँ से चार पैरों पर चल रहे थे तो दो पैरों पे आ गए, अभी वापस खड़े होके हम बैठ गए हैं, तो इसका मतलब क्या है? टेक्नोलॉजी है, टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट है, हाँ। तो हम इसके बाद होमो सेपियंस, दिस एवोल्यूशन इज आफ्टर दिस, we are evolving because of our brain, or rather we are using our brain to evolve more. Dependence on technology, advanced development, progress, all these things are depicted in this diagram. Okay, next please, next slide. Okay, so just as I said, humans are classified as Homo sapiens, a species that emerged approximately 3,15,000 years ago in Africa. The evolutionary journey of humans is marked by significant changes in physical structure, behavior, and cognitive abilities, distinguishing them from other primates. Now, for today's discussion, we are going to only discuss the cognitive abilities of this species called as Homo sapiens, that is the human beings that we are today. Next. Okay, so human intelligence has been defined in many ways. So all this which is written in this slide, the capacity to do all these things is what human intelligence is. So we have the capacity for abstraction. That means we can make our own pictures in our mind of things which are not there in front of our eyes. Abstraction, logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional knowledge, reasoning, planning, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. And it can also be described as the ability to perceive or infer information and to retain it as knowledge to be applied to adaptive behaviors within an environment or context. Means we use our knowledge to apply it at a later time. This is what we use our intelligence for. And of course, all the things that were written in the beginning also. Next. Okay, so if our brain has all this capacity, then why do we need AI? Do we really need it? We do need it. So, but why? Let us see the reasons that we need AI. So, first of all, what AI helps us do, it helps us in automation of tasks, means it does our tasks faster and with greater strength or power. So AI was envisioned to automate repetitive tasks, something that we do again and again and again. And because of doing it again, human brain has, it may become inefficient because it gets exhausted, but AI will not get exhausted. So it improves efficiency and accuracy in various fields, from manufacturing to next. Next. Next slide. Sorry, next animation, please. Okay, I think something has gone wrong. You just wait for a few seconds. So I would, till that time, I'd like everyone to just tap in the chat box. Just type whether you have any idea of what AI is doing right now in the world or in some other fields or in the field of education. Write yes if you know and write no if you don't know. How about others? Yes. Correct. Very good. AI is considered as the first helping hand. Yes. Many of you are familiar with AI. Yes, you can use it to, if you describe something, it can generate images. So I guess most of you have a fair idea. It is used in time saving. Yes, very good. Okay. Okay, so just participants, just give me a 1 minute. I'll just share my PPT. I think there is some problem from the tech side. All right.
Yes, ma'am, we can see the screen.
Yeah, just hold on. Let me bring up the slideshow. So lost mine. Just hold on. Okay. Yes. Are all of you able to see this slide now? Pooja?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, yes.
So the second reason why we need, sorry for that, participants. I think there was some technical glitch, but let's move on. So the other reason that we need AI is for problem solving. So researchers aim to develop systems that could solve complex problems, make decisions, and learn from those that experience of solving that particular problem. So this is similar to cognitive processes of human beings. Next. Enhancing human capabilities. So AI was created to augment human abilities. Augment means what? Make it more, make it better qualitatively and quantitatively. That is augment human abilities to provide tools that could analyze vast amounts of data, to recognize patterns and assist in decision making process. Now, can anyone answer this question, that which data do we need to analyze, which data is in vast amounts that we need to analyze? Can anyone just give one example of this? I'll give one example and maybe something else will come to your mind. So if we want to understand climate patterns, okay, we can analyze data of some year where the temperature was so and so, the rainfall was so and so. So how do we predict what will happen there? So in that way, can anyone just give any example that you know where we can analyze, where we need to analyze vast amounts of data? Does anyone have any idea about this? Yes. I think we watch TV. Yes, statistics. Yes, very good. Cricket match, statistics, history dates. Okay, I'm not sure how that happens, but okay, fine. Any games? So I'm not asking the application of AI. I'm asking you. Yeah, okay. I'll accept games right now. Okay. What else? Anything else? How about market trends when you're investing? So anything that needs to understand trends where lots of data is analyzed, there we can use AI, data analysis. Yes, very good. Thank you very much for your responses. Share market, yes, very nice. And even in the field of medicine now, there are a lot of diagnostic tools which have come up which rely on past data. Okay, so these are all applications where we can analyze vast amounts of data. Next slide, please. Okay, now I want you to take a look at this picture. So this on the left side of the screen, on your left side, is the very famous chess champion Garry Kasparov. Okay, now in the year 1996, Garry Kasparov played against not a human being, but a computer. And this computer was programmed to show or to initiate movements on the chessboard depending on the opponent's movements. So the name of this computer was Deep Blue. And the man who's sitting on the right side, his name is Feng Hsiung Hsu. So he is the one who was the principal designer of this Deep Blue computer. And this computer is capable of computing 200 million positions per second. So now what happens is Garry Kasparov will make a move. That move will be input into the computer. It will analyze its own data or whatever it has been trained on, and it will give the proper move to make from his side. That is, he's the opponent of Garry Kasparov. And in this chess match, what happened is Deep Blue won this match, and Garry Kasparov, who was the reigning chess champion at that time, he lost to a computer. So depending on how the computer program is there or how AI is designed, it can have wonderful capabilities, and it can even maybe surpass thinking of human beings, depending on how it has been trained to do it. Next. Okay, so now let's look at this slide. Applications of AI. So all of you mostly know this, but I'll just go through this. We are using it in healthcare. We are using it in automobile industry, in finance, in surveillance, in social media, in entertainment, in education, in space exploration, gaming, robotics, agriculture, and e-commerce. And I'm sure that examples have come up in your mind as I was reading through this list. And yes, you are right. It is being used in a lot of places, but our focus is how we can use it in our field of education. So let's go ahead. Next, please. Okay, role of artificial intelligence in education. So you can see here some roles. So one is customized learning for students. Then you can have smart content development. Then there is access to education for students to whom it is not accessible. Then you have K to 12 learning strategies can be enhanced with AI, and education for differently abled children can also be made possible through AI. Next. Okay, all of you have seen this. We have been showing it almost in all of our webinars. And this statement or this main quote, the teacher must be at the center of the fundamental reforms in the education system. So all of you know what this means, that the NEP has been designed to bring about reforms, changes, positive changes, thinking of the times which we are living in. So who is going to be at the center of this? The teacher. And the teacher has a very big role to play. Next. So I've shown this slide before also. There are a lot of expectations from teachers. She has to be a facilitator. She has to be a designer of a lesson plan. As I said, designer means it's like what sequence are you going to put your lesson strategies in, your learning experiences in. That is called a design. Then we are also responsible for holistic assessment, and we also must adopt the multidisciplinary approach. Next. But with all those roles, what is our main focus? Our main focus is our children. Yes, what we are doing for our children on a day-to-day basis in and out of our classrooms. Next. Okay, so you have already, this is a sort of revision, lesson design. And why I'm taking lesson design? Because our remaining part of the webinar is going to be, we are going to focus on how to use AI in lesson design. Okay, so in order to design a good lesson, a teacher has to keep the following things in mind. So we know that you have to have a clear learning goal. You must state the learning outcomes which are desirable to be achieved. We must keep the competency which we are teaching in mind. Then activities which we are going to plan in order to build capacity for this competency. We also have to consider the learner differences based on different types of learning in students, like whether they are visual learners, whether they are auditory learners, whether they are kinesthetic learners. Okay. Then we also need to understand learning strategy which the students go through. How do children go through the learning process? We must have knowledge of this, which we have also mentioned. It is called as the Panchadi process in the NCF of 2023. We also must consider the attention span of the students. How long will they actually listen to what you're saying? And then when will they shut off after that? Okay, so we must have knowledge of this also. And we must also understand how to keep the students engaged, how to keep them interested, how to how to make them more curious. Okay, so that is called as student engagement. And of course, at the end of everything is assessment. So lesson design must consider all of these points. And remember, when you write a lesson, when you design a lesson, you must think of all these things. Okay, next. Now, what does the NEP say? Okay, that teachers will undergo rigorous training in learner-centric pedagogy and how to become high quality online content creators using online platforms and tools. So one thing is lesson plan and another thing is creating content. So you should be able to create content of high quality for your learner, okay? And there will be an emphasis on the teacher's role in facilitating active student engagement. So how you actively engage the students in your classroom with the content and how they will actively engage with each other in the classroom. This is what is expected of the teacher while preparing a lesson. Next. Okay, now top uses of AI in education so far. It has been, I mean, this is a finding. I'm sorry, I don't know the source. I've taken it from Google, but you can just see it is a general like poll, or it's a general percentage that for generating educational content right now, 57.6% of people are using it. To organize a class or give a lesson, 53%. And you can go through this list. Okay. And then to detect frauds, like if you want to detect whether anyone has copied something, that also for it is used for that in education. Okay, so this is actually what is being, how AI is being used at present in education. Next. So in general, what are the benefits for students? Students will benefit from AI because they can access education at any time. Then the platform adopts to the students' needs. Okay. And also virtual mentors will be available for students in case that they are not able to go to school, or they want to access a teacher, but a teacher is not available in his locality. Then virtual mentors will also be available to students. Next. Next slide. Okay, at this point of time, now I would just like to take a small poll. Some questions will appear on your screen. All you have to do is take your cursor and answer accordingly. So there are 5 questions. First 3 of them will appear, and then after that 2 of them will appear. So please answer these questions. And on the right of that small box which has appeared, there is a scroll. So you can see the questions 1, 2, and 3. They may not be all visible at the same time, but please go ahead and start answering these questions. Okay, can we go to the next page? The next 2 questions? Okay, still people are answering. Okay, so can we go to the next question? Yes, these are the other 2 questions. AI can help personalize learning and support students with diverse needs. And AI understands content just like a human does. Please start answering these questions too.
Ma'am, can't see the question.
Okay, just hold on. I'll just inform my tech team. Shabbir ji, they're saying that they can't see the question. I can see it, but they are not able to see.
It's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, it is
Now it
visible.
is okay.
Answering.
Many
Now
of
it
them.
is okay.
Okay, now it is okay, I think, because we have started to get the result. Okay. I think we have got 100% responses everywhere. So we can stop this poll and can we see, are we able to view the result? Okay. So let us see the first question. Okay. AI can, sorry, please go to the first page, Shabir. Okay, Rupa ma'am, I think we have received all the answers. Which question are you not able to see? Can you please tell me? Okay, Shabir, you can stop sharing. You can stop sharing this poll. Okay, can we go to the next slide, please? Yes, so let's see some common misconceptions. AI will replace teachers. Okay. Now that is that's a false statement. The truth is that AI supports teachers. It doesn't replace the human connection, nor the mentorship and the critical thinking that educators bring. See, you can tell AI what to do, but what to do has to be told by the teacher. That AI does not understand what is to be done. Okay, so AI is not going to replace teachers. Okay, then AI is always neutral and fair. That is also false. It is not always neutral and fair. It depends on how that particular AI has been trained to actually assess something. So AI can inherit biases data. Depending on what data is used for that AI, it can inherit some biases. So educators need to apply a critical lens when using it. So you cannot blindly rely on AI for assessing or finding out any results. Then the third, only tech experts can use AI. So that means you have to be tech savvy or what to use AI. This is also false. You don't have to be tech savvy. Many AI tools are intuitive. So if you actually now, when you see a demonstration later on by Vikas, you will understand that it is your intuition which is actually making the AI work. The way you ask questions, which questions you ask, okay, that is how it is going to give you your output, give you the output that you require. So pedagogy matters more than the programming of the AI. The next is AI is just automation. Is it just like a machine? That is true. AI is actually just a machine. AI can also inspire creativity, inquiry, and real world problem solving, but it can't actually do it unless you tell it to do. Okay. Then AI thinks like a human. AI imitates patterns, but it doesn't understand and empathize like people do. Empathy is for us, and we know how to empathize with our children. Who's going to give a pat on the back to our students? We are going to give. AI is not going to give that. Okay. Sometimes even reprimand, who's going to give? We are going to give. We are going to point out their mistakes. We are going to encourage them, right? So this all AI is not going to replace us teachers. Okay. Next. Now, role of a teacher in the age of AI. So in the age of AI, how does your role look? Okay. So you are now a curator of curiosity. You have to bring in all those things which will actually ignite curiosity in students. Because inquiry, if a child is curious, he will start inquiring. And inquiry is the foundation and AI is the scaffold. So AI helps with that inquiry. But what to inquire and how to be curious, that only we can curate in a student. Okay. Then designer of learning journeys. Teachers can craft personalized pathways and they can leverage AI to adapt to each student's interests and needs. Okay. Then a teacher, now we are all mentors because we have to make meanings of things. We have to help the student make meaning of what they are actually learning, what they are understanding, what is going on around the world. So we are also mentors in meaning making. Okay. So connecting knowledge to purpose, building a community, this we can do. Okay. Then ethics coach and empathy builder. So as AI grows more powerful, students need guidance in using it responsibly. For that, who has to be there? Teachers have to be there, parents have to be there. But since students spend a lot of time in school, teachers will model empathy, integrity, and critical thinking. Then, role of a teacher is also that we are a bridge to the real world. So, teachers help connect classroom learning to local and global challenges. Something that you're already doing through your different subjects like EVS, like here it's given eco math and community outreach. I'm sure you're doing some activities in your school of similar types. So we are not preparing students for AI. We are preparing them to thrive with AI, how to live with it. You can't say that, no, I can't, no, I don't want AI in my environment. I don't want AI. It's not going to happen. This is happening. It's already there. But we are not going to prepare them. We are going to teach them how to thrive, how to grow, how to progress with the help of AI, because they are the heart of that transformation. Okay, next. Okay, now I hand over the platform to Vikas, who will explain to you, give a demo of how to explore ChatGPT. Thank you very much, all of you.
Okay, thank you, Sadhna ma'am. So, hello everyone. So, let me quickly show you some very important use cases of ChatGPT for us as educators. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So, first of all, we'll go to ChatGPT's website, right? You can start by searching for ChatGPT on Google, right? And this is the website, chatgpt.com. Earlier, it used to be chat.openai.com, but now you can use this because this is the latest model of ChatGPT that is available to us. Okay. Although you can use ChatGPT without creating an account, but I would suggest that you create an account by logging in, right? Or you can sign up. Sign up is obviously free. So once you create an account, you can log in, right? This helps you, keep a track of all the discussions that you have with ChatGPT, right? So whatever you are creating using ChatGPT, it gets stored if you have an account. So I would suggest that you create an account and then start using ChatGPT. Okay. So one of the first thing, that we can do using ChatGPT is create a lesson plan, right? So like Sadhna ma'am was showing in one of the slide that, role of chat AI can be in automation, in problem solving, and to enhance human capabilities, right? So as a teacher, one of the very important thing that we do on a daily basis or on a regular basis is create lesson plans, right? And I'm sure after a point, when you are experienced in creating lesson plans, you might feel that, this task has become boring. Some teachers have lesson plans, that they have created many years ago, and we keep using those lesson plans, right? But AI can really help us create lesson plans. It can learn from our experience and create lesson plans the way we want, right? So let me show you a quick demo. Suppose it is asking you, what are you working on? So it's ChatGPT is like talking to an AI model, right? An AI assistant. So suppose what are you working on? So suppose I say that I am thinking about creating a lesson plan. Okay. You can just start by asking a small question or just by sharing what you are thinking about, right? So now it's saying that's a great idea. I would be happy to help you with that. Could you please share a few details so I can assist you better, right? So what details is it asking for? It is asking for subject, which grade level, any particular topic or concept, what is the duration of the lesson, what are the specific goals or learning objectives of the lesson, uh, do I want any activities or any particular resources that I want, and any assessment required, right? So these are the details that it is asking for. I don't have to give all the details, but I should give at least some of the details from this, right? So let's say I'm saying subject mathematics. Okay. Uh, Suppose grade level, I can say eighth. Topic, let's say rational numbers, right? Rational and irrational number, because that is the name of the chapter. So I can say that rational and irrational numbers. Uh, any particular learning objective, suppose say objective is to compare rational numbers. Okay. So suppose this is the objective. Duration of the lesson is, let's say, 40 minutes. Okay. So this is the basic information I have given, and let's say what ChatGPT does with this information. Okay. So he's saying here is a ready to use lesson plan for grade 8 mathematics on rational and irrational numbers with focus on comparing rational numbers. Okay. So these are the details as given by us, right? Objective is that by the end of the lesson, students will be able to compare rational numbers using number line representation and inequality symbols, right? So there are two ways of comparing rational numbers. So it has suggested some materials required, right? That you need whiteboard marker, number line chart drawn on the board, notebooks, etc., and then printed worksheets if you want. Now, what is the lesson structure? It is saying you introduce the lesson do it in 5 minutes, right? Give a quick recap of what rational numbers are, numbers that can be expressed as a fraction p by q, right? Where p and q are integers, right? So mention that irrational numbers cannot be written as fractions, for example, roots 2, pi, etc. And state today's focus. So and then comes the explanation with example. So it is saying demonstrate with example. You can compare 3 by 4 and 5 by 6 using cross multiplication. And you can place minus 2 by 5, 0 and 1 by 3 on the number line. You can explain that positive rational numbers are greater than negative rational numbers, and between two positive rational numbers, compare numerator or cross multiply if denominators are different. So it is suggesting, what ways you can what ways you can use to compare two different rational numbers. Now it is suggesting a guided practice where teacher solves examples with student participation, right? So now it is, so first was introduction where teacher was talking. Now here teacher and students are working together. So you see it is inbuilt, the structure of lesson plan that NEP or NCF also suggests, that there should be an I do, we do, you do. So it has taken that structure implicitly. So there is an I do where you are introducing that topic. There is a we do where teacher and students are working together to compare minus 3 by 7 and 2 by 7, right? Or you can arrange them in ascending order or place on a number line. And then there is an independent practice, that is you do section, where students are given, a few questions to compare individually. So now they will solve these questions individually. And it is also suggesting a conclusion and recap. So overall, your 40 minutes are distributed in this lesson plan, right? It has also suggested an optional homework or extension. Now it is asking, would you like me to create the worksheet and answer key for this topic as well? So you see, within a minute or two, I was able to create a lesson plan. Now, suppose I want something interesting. Suppose, can you suggest some interesting videos to explain this topic to students? So this is a simple request. We all want videos and everything and like interesting things to be a part of our lesson. So let's say what it does. So it is saying here are some interesting and student-friendly videos you can use to explain rational and irrational number, right? So it has suggested a different, so it has searched the YouTube and it has given you the link of different channels. So this is math and takes, right? This is another video on comparing rational numbers on a number line. Let's do math, another channel. It has given suggested a video. So you see, math with Mr. J is another channel. So it has suggested 4 or 5 different videos that you can use. So now, as a teacher, your role is that you have created a lesson plan. It has suggested some videos also. So as a teacher, now my time should so go into reviewing this lesson plan, see whether it is fulfilling my requirement or not. And then I will have to say, click on these videos and watch these videos to understand, okay, okay, this video is not available anymore. Okay, anyways, so what you can do is you can go through these videos and review these videos and see where they fit into your lesson plan, whether they will support the topic that you are teaching or not. Okay, it is suggesting a bonus tip that if you prefer to show short clips instead of full-length videos, you can pause videos after key points to engage students with questions or quick exercises. Okay, so this is another part of the lesson plan creation, that you can ask it for videos. Okay. Now, suppose, now see, it is already asking, would you like me to suggest fun activity or games related to comparing rational numbers for the same lesson? So I can just type in, say yes, right? Because the question is already there. You can simply respond to the question and it will say, great, here is the fun activity or game. So this is the game, rational number line challenge, right? The objective is that students will practice comparing rational numbers by physically placing themselves or number cards on a large number line, right? So these are the materials needed for the activity, and these are the directions on how to play the game, right? It has given you the setup instructions, how to divide students into teams, what are the different challenges, right? What are the bonus comparison rounds, how to do the scoring, and how you can wrap up the game, right? It has also suggested why this works. So, kinesthetic learning keeps students engaged. Visual representations of rational numbers enhance understanding and builds confidence in comparing positive and negative rational numbers. So, like Sadhna ma'am had also already pointed out earlier that, one of the thing that we need to do is create activities for visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners in the classroom, right? So you can create activities for different kinds of learners, or say for students with different learning needs. So AI can help you suggest these activities very easily. We are not saying that as a teacher you cannot come up with activities. You can, and you have been, creating your own activities, but AI helps you do this very quickly, and you don't have to spend time thinking too much. Your time is more important, which you can spend in reviewing the activities, because AI will generate responses very quickly, and your role will be to review and adapt based on your needs, right? Then another important thing is that you need assessment, right? Assessment is an important part of any lesson that we do. And you see, it is also already asking the question, would you also like me to prepare a worksheet with questions and an answer key to complement this activity? You just have to say yes, please. And it will start creating a worksheet for you. Right here, you can see that it is already asking you these questions. But even if it is not asking you these questions, you can simply ask, can you help me create a worksheet, right? So you see, it has created a worksheet. with name, date, instructions. And there are some questions for easy level, there are some questions for medium level, and there are some questions for hard level. So it has created different questions for different levels, which different students can attend. And this will help you, this will also help you gauge student understanding, because if a student is able to solve easy level questions and not the medium or hard level, you will see that there are some gaps in their understanding, right? And students who are able to solve all the questions, all the different levels, then you know that they have mastered the concept. So this way, you can easily create a worksheet and create answer keys. Now suppose you want, can you suggest some word problems also, right? Now suppose we want word problems also, because that's also one part of the assessment, right? So it will help you help you create word problems also, right? So now these are the word problems comparing rational numbers. So a question based on temperature, a question based on financial fractions, a question based on two people racing, how you can apply concept of rational numbers there. So word problems will help you contextualize the content that students are learning and put it into perspective, with situations where that we come across day to day in our lives. So this way AI can really help you, take your lesson to next level. Okay. So these are some of the ways that we can use AI to create lesson plans very quickly. Now, so you see, this all seems very simple, right? That we can do this. But remember that AI is prone to make mistakes. We have not reviewed these lesson plans in detail. We have not reviewed the videos that it has suggested or the worksheet it has created, right? So AI is prone to make mistakes. So our role will be to review and make sure that it is giving the correct response. And suppose even if there are some mistakes, you can point out the mistake. Suppose these are the questions, right? And you want something to change, you can just select this portion and you can ask Chat GPT, can you make these questions more complicated. So suppose you want a portion of the response to be changed, right? So you can just select that portion. You can ask ChatGPT about that particular portion, and so now it has upgraded more complicated questions, right? So just so it will help you do things very, very quickly, right? It has provided answers also. It's just you have to understand your need and make use of ChatGPT the way you want, right? So yeah, I know, this is very fun to do and very interesting to do. But again, creating these lesson plans on a day-to-day basis, requires time, because you need to review and you need to spend time with ChatGPT to get a good, get a good response and acceptable response, right? So what we have done at Edico is that we have created our own GPT, right? Since it AI needs to learn a lot, right? It needs to learn from your experience, and it needs to so, so so it needs to learn from your experience, and it needs to uh, create content based on your needs, right? So what we have done right now is that we have created a GPT of our own. So what we did, we spent a few days with Chat GPT, and created certain certain lesson plans. We asked it to we gave feedback, and we asked it to make modifications so that the lesson plans that we want is based on our needs, right? The needs that I want. So now with all this learning that we have done with Chat GPT, what we can do right now is that we can create our own lesson plans. Let me just log in here. So okay. So, okay, let me log in. Hmm. So we have created, you see, this Educo India lesson planner. So this is a GPT that we have created for Educo India. And you working with this GPT is very simple. You don't have to spend too much time explaining your requirement to ChatGPT. You can just simply start by asking, say, design lesson plans for grade 5 maths chapter 4. Suppose I say design lesson plan for grade 8 math, right? Chapter 1. So see, now I am asking for a particular chapter, right? So what it will do is it will start by asking you for the textbook screenshots or a PDF. So what I can do is, suppose I have, I don't know if you can see my entire screen. Let me share my entire screen. Hmm. So suppose this is the chapter, rational and irrational numbers, right? So what I can do is I can just take screenshots of this chapter and I'll just copy the screenshots here. So I don't have to create, I don't have to take, share, the screenshots n number of times. I can share the entire chapter in one go. So I will just take the screenshots of these different pages and I'll keep adding here. So I have added the first page, I have added the second page, and now we will add the third screenshot, which will cover the entire chapter. Okay. So, and this is the last portion of this page, this chapter. And so these are basically 6 pages, and I'll say here are the screenshots. Okay, so now what ChatGPT will do is that it will read this chapter completely, right? And it will create a mapping table for us. It will create a mapping table, basically which section, which concept is being covered, what are the learning outcomes for that section, what are the learning indicators, and what are the textbook activities or exercises particular to that concept. And you can see that it has created a table already. It has also estimated a day-wise breakdown. You know that based on say 30-40 minute class, this chapter can be covered in 6 days, right? So 6 classes basically. And this will be the breakdown that you will introduce and show rational numbers on a number line on day 1. You will do some practice and comparison of rational numbers on day 2. You will practice and do the decimal representation of rational numbers on day 3. So like this, it has given a day-wise breakdown. Now it is asking, shall I now begin with the day 1 lesson plan? And if I say yes, it will just start creating the lesson plans for you. So with this tool that we have created, right? It is very easy for me to create a lesson plan which is very much aligned to the chapter or the textbook that we are using. You can be, you can be using NCRT or suppose a Maharashtra board or UP board, any board that you are using. All you have to do is just upload the screenshots of the chapter, and it will help you create these lesson plans within a matter of 5 minutes, right? Or even less than that. And it will also suggest some optional video integration, right? So you see, it has created the lesson plan and based on the template that we have suggested. So we want this template, chapter name, what are the topic or subtopic, what are the learning outcomes, what are the prerequisites, what is the material requirement, how do you introduce a topic, right? It has also suggested a hook for the, some interesting hook for opening a lesson, then how the lesson development will take place. So we will revisit rational numbers, we will show rational numbers on a number line, right? And there are some interactive questions also that it is suggesting. It will also say that you can integrate a video at this point to say explain rational numbers, right? So like this, it will help you create the lesson plans very easily, right? Suggested a video also, right? And this video will play. The earlier one was not playing, but this one will play, right? How to graph rational numbers on a number line. You can review the video. You can see whether, you like this video or not, whether this will help your lesson or not. And so like this, it has created the assessment questions and finally the homework also, right? it is created, it has suggested from practice section 1.1, you plot any two rational numbers and prepare and compare them tomorrow. So this all is very much possible using ChatGPT, that you can create good quality lesson plans based on your requirement, right? So Sadhna ma'am had mentioned that, to enhance human capabilities, AI should be able to learn from your experience. And that is exactly what we have tried to do here, that we have tried to create a ChatGPT, an AI assistant, which is learning from our experience, what kind of lesson plans we want. Okay. And to make things even more better, what we have done is that we have created, or we are in the process of creating, these lesson plans for all the chapters, for different grades, all the subjects, right? And we are uploading them on the EdRahi platform. Now I'll invite Pragati ma'am to show some of these lesson plans that we have created on EdRahi platform and share with you.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are, Pragati.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Sadhna ma'am and Vikas sir, for giving your insights on the about the EdRahi platform and about AI. So, as Vikas sir has already told you, that we have created the lesson plans on mathematics and science. So, suppose if you can see here, this is an example of the digitalized lesson plan. So, we have taken an example of class 8, chapter 1 lesson plan. So when the prompt was given, the AI divided the lesson plan into the following days. So what you have to do, this is the link of the EdRahi platform. You just have to copy the link. Okay. Once you copy the link, you go on the tab and you just have to paste that link. Once you paste the link, you can see it will open in this way. Okay. So when you open the link, so you can see here, this is grade 8, name of the subject, chapter 1, and this is the day 1 lesson plan. The topic of the day is mentioned. Okay. Then for how much time? So the duration is for 30 minutes. Then again, you have the learning outcomes and indicators. So it is all mentioned here. The learning outcome, what are the learning indicators, then what are the knowledge, the previous knowledge that the students should know, then materials required for the day. This is all mentioned in the lesson plan. Then this lesson plan has been made based on the Bloom's taxonomy. We are all aware about that. Then the keywords that will be needed, the keywords are defined. Then slowly move after the introduction, we have 20 minutes of lesson development. It is based on Bloom's taxonomy. So you can see the lesson plan has been divided accordingly. Part A, which tells about understanding numbers. Then part B, step-by-step plotting of rational numbers. So everything has been explained along with the example. Then these are the teacher's activity. Then we have the student activity. What are the students supposed to do? Everything is mentioned here. And after the lesson development, after teacher has taught the lesson, then we have the closure. So the closure is also based on understanding and application. And also we have the assessment. So whatever the topic teacher has taught, again we have the assessment of 5 to 10 questions. So the students can click on this link and the assessment link will open. They have to answer the questions. This is also an EdRahi link. And then we have the hands-on activity also, follow-up and homework. So this is the day 1 lesson plan. Similarly, we have the lesson plans of all the 5 days. So this is the example of lesson plan of mathematics. Similarly, we have the lesson plan for science also. So as you can see here, this is grade 8, chapter 18 lesson plan. The name of the topic is ecosystem. So this ecosystems, it is also divided into, I think, 5 days. The lesson plan has been divided into 5 days. The subtopic for the day is mentioned here. chapter, which is Introduction to Ecosystem, components of the ecosystem, what were the learning outcomes, the learning indicators, all everything is mentioned here. Then the knowledge that the student should know beforehand, it is also mentioned here. Students should already know, be familiar with living and non-living things. Then what will be the materials required for the day, like the textbook, then the page in the basically this lesson plan has been made based on the state board, Maharashtra state board textbook. So the page is also mentioned here, which page, then the videos. You can click on the video and show while teaching also. So then we have some images also in case the teacher requires these images for during the lesson. Then this is the introduction. The questions are there. Then what are the definitions that will be required for the day? It has also been given in the lesson plan. Then again, the lesson development, the teacher's action, what all the teacher will be using, which chapter she will be referring, which page number she will be referring. All these are mentioned in the lesson plan of day one. Then the student's action, what will be the students doing? After the lesson development, which is about 15 to 20 minutes, again we have the closure. The teacher can ask the closure questions, the recap question, what is an ecosystem, what are abiotic and biotic factors, then exit ticket based on that. And after that, again the assessment. So whatever the topic she has taught for the day, again the assessment link has been generated. This can be posted in their homework. The students just need to click this assessment link and they can answer the questions in the Edrahi link. The activity for the day is mentioned, followed by the homework and what they need to do for the next day. So all these things have been mentioned. So you just need to click on the Edrahi app, the links which have already been generated for all the lessons. Day wise, you need to click on that particular day, which topic you need to teach, and then you can use these lesson plans. So these lesson plans which are have been created, they have lot of efforts have been taken while creating these lesson plans. There were discussions, there were many modifications which were done, then a particular prompt created, and based on that prompt these lesson plans have been generated. So if in case you need these lesson plans, you can contact us through mail and use these lesson plans. Thank you.
Thank you, Pragati madam. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can ask. Vikas sir will be available to answer the questions. If you have any doubts about this chat GPT use, please ask them in the chat box or raise your hand. We will unmute you.
Pooja, there is one question in the chat, how to access Rahi platform. Swati ma'am wants to know. So
Yeah, that we will demonstrate. Pragati, from the first page, just demonstrate it, how we open the link.
right.
Okay, I'll just give me a second.
So in the meantime, to answer Radhika ma'am's question, yes, you can use it for subjects like Hindi and Marathi as well. Like even if you talk to Chat GPT in Hindi or Marathi, it will talk to you in Hindi or Marathi only. So you can do that as well.
Because someone wanted to know how to upload the screenshot of the textbook.
Okay. So uploading the screenshot is very simple. It's like you take a screenshot and you just go there and paste it. Uh, Pragati ma'am, are you showing the login process now or?
Yes, you can continue.
Can
I'll
you?
show after this.
अच्छा, ठीक. Okay. So basically what you can do is, suppose you have taken a screenshot, right? You just have to come here, right click and click paste, right? So screenshot will get added. So it's very easy. You can see Control C, Control V, everything that how you use computer, you can do that. So pasting is very easy. Just right click and paste. So yeah. Any other question related to ChatGPT? I think maybe we can take it. Okay. So suppose if I ask it, can you speak in Marathi? So let's see if it is can speak in Marathi. See, हो मी मराठी बोलू शकतो तुम्हाला पुढील दिवसाच्या I can't speak Marathi that well, but yeah, you can see that it can talk to you in Marathi. So if you want to create lesson plans for Hindi or Marathi language also, you can do that. We can also use it for preschool. Yes, you can use it for preschool, Preeti ma'am. It's just that you will have to uh, do a lot of rigorous review so that everything that it suggests may not be suitable for your students, but you can certainly use it. Is it possible to convert lesson plan to PPT through ChatGPT? So it will give you a structure of a PPT. It will not give you the complete slides. There are different tools that are available in the market to create slides particularly. But yes, ChatGPT will give you a basic skeleton of different slides, how it will look like. That ChatGPT will certainly do. You can download that file, you can download that document, so ChatGPT can create everything and make it available to you in a PDF or a Word document format. You can download that and you can use that in a different tool which is specific for creation of slides, and you can create the slides through other tools. But ChatGPT will not be able to create slides, ready-made slides for you.
Can I share the screen now?
Yes, yes, yes.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So once you get the link, so you can just paste the link like this. Once the link, you paste that link, okay, for us, though I have already logged in, the page will open, okay, you need to fill your basic details. You need to fill the name of your school, your name, your teacher's name, and once you press next, this kind of page will open. So this is the way the lesson plan will be visible. So for me, suppose the standard I have the name, I suppose I give ABC. Okay, the standard division teacher's name, suppose for now I'm just giving X, the name of the school I have given. Okay, next, agree. You
Pragati,
just
just
give
one
these,
thing. Here you have to
yes,
mention, if your school's name is not there in the drop down, they can select custom, write their school's name, UDAS number, and click on the next button.
yes. So just few details you need to mention, and the page will be, you can see the page. This kind of page will be there. So we have already created the links for the subject grade 8 mathematics and science. So this is the link. When you press the link of day 1, this kind of page will open. Shall I stop?
सुन ना स्टालिन वो टेबल देगी
Yes. Any more
If
doubts?
you have any other questions, yeah, please feel free to ask.
Because there is one question. Is it possible to convert lesson plan to PPT through ChatGPT? Because
I covered that. I have covered that.
So I would
Any
like
other
to, who's this? Whiteboard? I think someone has shared his whiteboard. Can you? Okay. So I would like to share my experience of preparing lesson plan on ChatGPT. So Vikas had joined our team for preparation of lesson plans using AI, and we were not aware. Now because of Vikas we are aware of what are the possibilities. But when he first created a lesson plan, I said, oh wow, this is so great, because in the past, I have struggled so much, spent so much time in writing lesson plans, and putting everything together, and I know that it's a very time consuming process. But when I saw it, I said, oh wow, this is so great. And I was totally like overwhelmed. I was like so excited about it. But as I went through it, then I started finding the gaps. See, when you see something on screen, you feel it is right. Okay. But when actually you read through, you as a teacher, as that subject expert, you will find, oh, this doesn't fit here, or this is not there in our textbook. This, I cannot teach this to an 8th standard child. It's too high for him. So what I'm trying to say is, teachers, you will also be very excited with this application, but you have to remember that do not take anything as it comes as on the screen. It is our jobs as experienced teachers to actually go through each and every line, see if it matches with our curriculum, with our competencies, and what are our learning outcomes, and then only finalize it, because it does look very exciting. It is very beautifully framed and very beautifully presented, like in a systematic manner. So you are likely to be taken away, taken away by it. But please do not do this blindly, and be answerable to whatever you're using or whatever you're submitting to your seniors. Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, people who are expert in AI, they say that, AI can sound so confident, it always sounds very confident, and it believes that it knows everything, right? So please don't get, thrown away by its confidence, because it will say wrong things, but with such a confidence that you will believe that it is right. But so yes, so that, like I was saying earlier, that review part is most critical. So you have to review, and that will be the role of each and every educator going forward, like especially with AI coming into the picture.
And I'd also like to state one fact. Um, Mr. Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, who is actually, they have created this ChatGPT platform. In a recent interview, he said that he is surprised by how people trust AI so much. So the CEO is saying this means you have to really be careful. I mean, it is a tool. After all, it's a tool, but what to do with it, whether to use it for a good purpose, bad purpose, whether to use your discussion, is all up to you. So that is why we are like reiterating this fact again and again. And I think that all of you will use it to your best of your discretion. Thank you.
So just to add to it also, like we have explained, few uses of ChatGPT: creation of lesson plan, activities, worksheets, and getting videos and all, right? So it can help you do that, right? But going forward, AI can do a lot more than this, only because the one of the most important part AI can play is in analyzing the data, like Sadhana ma'am was suggesting earlier, right? So suppose your students have taken assessments on, say, Adrahi platform, or say any online platform that you might be using, and if it is AI enabled, so AI can, within seconds, can analyze students' responses and give you an analysis of how your class has performed. Suppose 50% of your students have performed, they have scored 100%, and say, out of the remaining 50%, some have scored 70, some have scored 50. So AI can analyze this data and tell you which students need help with which concepts, suppose. So the differentiation and one-to-one instructions and all these things that we talk about, AI can do that in minutes and can help you support your students in remediation and revision as well. So those are the features that we will probably talk about in our future webinars, right? And when we have also developed those capabilities on our Drive platform. So, but that's in future. For now, let us learn, make ourselves comfortable with using AI to create our basic stuff, lesson plan, audios, videos, and, assessments. And once we are through with that, then we can start exploring the other important advanced features of AI. You can make catalog with the help of ChatGPT. You just have to explain what you need. And yes, student attendance register. Yes, you can. Sorry, please, Pooja is saying this. Okay, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, is that what she means by catalog?
Okay. Catalog, probably some product catalog or something. So yeah, you can create anything with ChatGPT. So like I said, ChatGPT is very overconfident. It can do anything. But thing is how you can use it effectively.
Thank you, Vikas sir. We are launching a poll now and we are sharing a feedback link in the chat box. All the participants, please fill the feedback form and also check the poll because we had 188 participants, but registered participants, but only a few of them have joined. And the change of time was as per the request by the participants. So we made the changes from 5 to 6:30. There is a link in the chat box. Please fill the Google feedback form. I hope you all are liking this webinar series. We will unmute the participants. You can raise hand and share your feedback of today's session. Thank you, participants, for joining. In case of any difficulties using Edrahi app, please post the message in the chat box or you can post the message in the WhatsApp group. If you are not in the WhatsApp group created by Educo, please message in the chat box. We will send you the link to join the WhatsApp group. You will get all the webinar updates there. Educo team, please keep posting the feedback form and we will show the poll results. Anyone would like to give feedback for today's session? Please raise your hand. We will unmute you.
पूजा मैम।
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा था ये आपका सेशन। बहुत हेल्पफुल है टीचर्स के लिए। चैट जीपीटी के जैसा अभी और एक चीज आई है ना, परप्लेक्सिटी।
वो भी एक अनदर एआई टूल ही है चैट जीपीटी की तरह। और
जी
परप्लेक्सिटी थोड़ा नया है, तो चैट जीपीटी थोड़ा
क्या?
पुराना है। तो मतलब जनरली आप देखते हो तो चैट जीपीटी का रेस्पॉन्स परप्लेक्सिटी से थोड़ा अच्छा है। तो मैंने
हाँ
दोनों
नहीं,
यूज
लेकिन
करके
चैट,
देखा। हाँ जी।
सॉरी टू
हाँ हाँ,
इंटरप्ट।
बोलिए बोलिए।
चैट जीपीटी में मैंने, जैसे कि मैं उर्दू मीडियम की टीचर हूँ, तो
हम्म।
मैंने चैट जीपीटी में थोड़ा सा किया था उर्दू का। ये तो कुछ
अच्छा।
कहीं कहीं पे, हाँ, तो उसका फॉन्ट का भी थोड़ा सा आया था प्रॉब्लम। और
हम्म।
हाँ, जो है, और उसका जो लिखाई था ना, उसमें थोड़ा सा अभी शायद उर्दू में उसको काम करना थोड़ा सा बाकी है। अदरवाइज फॉर इंग्लिश इट इज वेरी वेरी ऑसम, आई विल से।
अच्छा।
बहुत अच्छा है। हाँ, और दूसरा है कि चैट जीपीटी से हम लोग, अगर समझो मुझे क्या चाहिए, वो मुझे सिर्फ चैट जीपीटी को बोलना है. देन इफ आई वांट टू मेक पीपीटी, सो हम लोग उसको गामा से भी कर सकते हैं. वो गामा हम लोगों को पूरा पीपीटी का सीरीज में बहुत अच्छे से बना के देता है. तो ये मैंने किया था, तो मुझे अच्छा रिजल्ट मिला उसका. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू जरीना मैम. सो भारत सर ने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा था पीपीटी के लिए, तो आप गामा यूज कर सकते हैं. वो भी एक एआई टूल है पीपीटी बनाने के लिए. अगर और कोई भी अनम्यूट करके कुछ फीडबैक देना चाहता है, अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहता है एआई के साथ, तो प्लीज आप कर सकते हैं.
आपण खाली बोलवलंय कशाला खेळायला.
Okay, thank you everyone. We are ending the Zoom in 1 minute. I hope everyone has filled the feedback form. We have sent maths and science grade 8 links. If you want more such lesson plan links, you can reach out to us via email, or you can send a WhatsApp message. Please make sure that you are adding all the details of your name, school, because when participants request for certificate, that time also they don't mention their name and which webinar they have attended. So it becomes very difficult for us to get the data from the backend. We have to cross check whether the participants have registered for the webinar or they are only asking for the certificate. So as a teacher, we request all the participants to please mention all the details in the WhatsApp message or email. Share the links for lesson plans. Primary 2. Yes, yes. For primary section, ma'am, we are working on grade 1 to 5 English, Maths and Science lesson plan. Can we have your school name? We will send it to that email ID, the demo lesson plans. All the participants, please mention your name in the chat box and the school name so that it becomes very easy for us to reach out to you. All these lesson plans are customized. They are based on the competencies mapped with the syllabus of SSC, CBSE, and ICSC. Thank you for mentioning your name and school name in the chat box. It becomes very easy for us to generate the certificate. Anyone would like to share their feedback if they have already used the ChatGPT or Edrahi links? Please share your valuable feedback with Vikas sir and Pragati madam and Sadhna ma'am. We will share it once you go through the maths and science lesson plan links. And reach out to us for more subjects and grade. We will definitely serve you at our best. Thank you. We are ending the Zoom in 1 minute.
Excuse me,
Thank you
ma'am.
all the participants.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Thank you,
Excuse
Zarina
me,
ma'am.
I'm Ashwini. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Where is the link for feedback from?
We
I'm
will
not getting
resend the
link.
link. Okay, we will again, Educo team members, please keep sending the feedback link in the chat box so that
Is this the
everyone
same? Educo India to meeting group chat, same link?
Yes, feedback link.
Okay.
It will be mentioned under the link that it's a Google feedback form. And the
Okay.
Edrahi link for maths and science are different. They
Okay.
are for the lesson plan of grade 8 maths and science subject.
Okay.
पूजा
Thank
मैडम,
you.
इट इज अ हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट कि आज का जो सेशन हुआ है उसका
हाँ.
पूरा रिकॉर्डिंग अगर हुआ होगा तो यू कैन
Yes,
सेंड
ma'am.
इट.
YouTube link आपको भेज देते हैं. Priyanka, can you please post the YouTube link in the chat box as well? हमने ग्रुप में
सो
चैट
दैट आई
दिया है मैम
मैं
YouTube.
मेरे टीचर्स को बता सकूँ ना, मेरे स्कूल के
हाँ हाँ,
तमाम टीचर्स को.
डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली. यस, मैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे भी लिंक भेज देती हूँ आज के सेशन का. Zarina ma'am, you're there in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, I'm sending. And lesson plan links also we will send it in the WhatsApp group. 8th standard
Yeah,
के साइंस और
thanks
मैथ्स के हैं अभी तक बनाए हुए. आपको और चाहिए
Thanks
तो
a
आप
lot.
we will send it.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. We can end the Zoom for everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.